I'm gonna walk away and won't look back. And if anybody asks where I'm at, I'm gone fishing.
Here's my sweetheart of the mountain. She's my little George Rose.
Every time you hear a swinging band, you jump up and down. Oh, clap your hands. I know you say, oh, oh, whoa.
Well, folks, this gentleman needs no introduction. This is the world famous, infamous, three-time world record holder of the Catfish Noodling Society. This is Alto Carroll here. Alto, we're glad you could be live on the set with us today. And
Yeah, appreciate it.
if any of that was wrong, you can correct me, but that's okay.
Yes.
I think it's all right. But anyway, Alto's with us today. He's with us a lot, but we don't get to sit down like this too much. But we got this painting. I'm sure you've noticed it behind us here. This thing is how big is this, Alto? Four by something, 3 by something?
It's 4 foot by 32 inches. Anyway, 48 by 32.
48 by 32 inches. And give me a little brief history on this thing, where it came from and all that, Alto.
Well, 2 years ago, during the election, matter of fact, you were in it. Belle Kilmer was running for state representative again. She was in there a couple of terms, might have been 3 terms, I don't know. But anyway, her husband got real bad off, and she couldn't do that and also take care of him, so she didn't run again. And then, so 2 years ago, she ran again, and her husband had this possum made somehow on the computer. And they had it on the side of their motorhome during the parades. And the last parade we went to, I believe it was Chipley or Vernon. I think it was Vernon. She gave me this picture. And I stood it up there at the Possum Day that next time they had it. And I've been wanting to make me a frame for it. So I did last week. I made this frame. I got a piece of plexiglass ordered to go in front, but it won't come in till Tuesday. But Belle Kilmer and her husband Cecil is the one that made that picture.
And he said that you said there was a lot of people got there and took pictures in front of it.
They did. I had it standing in front of the, I call it the podium there where Joe Tharp and them does their announcing. And I stood it on the floor down there, and a lot of the kids would come over and stand side of it and get their mothers to take their picture with it.
And this did that last night. They had the king and queen crowning at, and we'll show you a little bit of that. They had that last night, and then today, the parade, I think it's at 10 o'clock today, isn't it?
Parade's at 10, they have a pancake breakfast at 8, and the parade,
that's
parade's
at
at 10.
the
Masonic Lodge.
Masonic
yeah.
Lodge, yeah.
Right.
And then the 10's the parade.
10's the parade.
And then after that, everybody goes over to the Possum Palace for a little bit of everything. They got vendors out there with food and everything. Hopefully the rain won't be too bad, but from what I've been looking at, it's supposed to be pretty rainy this Saturday, Friday and Saturday. But of course we had some today already on Friday, and so maybe tomorrow or this afternoon, it won't be too bad. Maybe we won't have too much rain and all. But if y'all want to have your picture taken with it, Alto's gonna have it set up there at the Possum Palace, and just come on over and get in front of it and have a picture taken, because you probably won't see something like this again. In fact, the detail in this, that we were just talking about that a while ago, the detail in this picture, how they really, he said, I don't understand how they got that such detail. I said, well, they started with a good camera. That old frame ain't too bad. Some old boy made on that thing. It's
Yeah, I threw that thing together last week.
yeah. I bet you used a miter saw on it too, didn't you, or something?
I used a little dado on the grooves.
Oh, you made all that?
Yeah, I made all that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you did. I thought you just bought the wood and cut
Mm-mm.
the angles on it.
No, I just bought it's a quarter or 3/4 by 3-inch wide piece of oak. That's what it was.
So how come you work for the DLT all your life? You should have been making picture frames outside.
Well, I learned how to do that every day.
Did you? When they wasn't looking, right?
Now I made several years ago. There's a lady here in Wausau, Betty. Used to be Betty Pitts. I'm sure she'll be at the possum day. Her husband, her and her husband got married. Anyway, there was a restaurant there that preacher Lackins and his wife ran. And I had foot surgery during that time. It's back in the 90s. And she wanted me to make her some picture frames. So I made them, and I dadoed a lot of them out like that.
Wow.
And I bet you she still got them because she sure did like them.
I'll tell you what, you did a fine job on that. I thought you just bought that and cut the miters. And I never had any idea and it all matches and everything. And
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate Alto sharing this with us, man. And
All right.
y'all come on by today. You'll see it up at the Possum Palace, and just come on up. Doesn't cost anything. I mean, to take your picture in front of this, just come on up and stand in front of it and get your picture made. So they'll take your picture because we ain't gonna have nobody there taking the pictures. It's just the paintings there.
I
So.
won't just stand it up there in front of the podium and
And be careful with it. Please try not to touch it and everything because you can get fingerprints and all on it. And kids, I know everybody's gonna want to rub it, see, because it looks so real, but try to refrain from doing that. And kids with cotton candy on their fingers and everything, so. Anyway,
next year I'll have a piece of plexiglass on it because I ordered it first of the week. I thought it'd be here, but they said, got an email last night, it won't be here till Tuesday.
oh, okay. Well, you got a good room to hang it up in here till you need it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, y'all stay with us now, Alto. I appreciate it, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Listen up, all you tournament catfish and bass fishermen. Joe Riley announces the latest trend in winning.
I got it.
Only Ron-O Boat stays ahead of the game and ahead of the pack.
It's an 18-foot boat, and we build it for the tournament catfishermen as well as bass boat, crappie boat, special trout flats boat. Got a big 125-quart cooler. There's 8 places you can put seats in the boat. And that rod rack comes off.
Don't follow the leader, be the leader in a Ron-O Boat V180. Joe's Motor Service in Hartford, Alabama. Main Street Market in Chipley, Florida has been a supporter of Down Home in the Tri-States for many, many years, providing quality fruits, vegetables, and quality feed for all of your animals and livestock. Paul Davidson and his whole entire family have grown up in Washington County. Paul's mother and daddy have been farmers in this area for many, many, many years. And people around this area know that they're going to get the quality they expect from Main Street Market. When the very best quality matters for our families, for our livestock, and for our pets, we all look to Main Street Market, and you should do the same. Go see Paul Davidson and his friendly staff and family at Main Street Market on the corner of Highway 77 and Highway 90 in Chipley, Florida. Tell them old Ron sent you from Down Home in the Tri-States. Dennis Creamer has been in the shoe business repairing shoes for a long time. He started work after Reverend W.C. Clarence Wyndham opened for business in 1959 in Mariana.
Mr. Wyndham was the original owner of the shoe shop and sold out to me in 1984. Mr. Wyndham has passed on. He was my mentor and one that trained me. He was like a daddy.
Worn heel, hole in your shoe, but you love your shoe. Dennis can save you a lot of money. Renew it at Wyndham's. Check out the new line of Justin Chippewa and Double H boots, American made. Wyndham Shoe Shop across from the gazebo on Lafayette Street in Mariana, Florida. You can also enter on Market Street in the rear. Go see them. Wyndham's, good Christian folks you can trust.
Okay, we're ready to slip the top back over now. This is always a little tedious work here because I'm gonna have to kind of spread this with my hands because this is pretty narrow right here. This is wider than this is right here, so you got to kind of spring it. You don't want to crack this, so let's just take our time here and see how we want to do this. There we go. I think I'll slide it back. There we go. Did you see what I did? I hope you did. I kind of slid it backwards and it worked better than just trying to put it on there. Okay. That's all well and good right there now. And this should just always be sure everything's gonna fit. Also, well, that's not perfect. That just looks mighty good to me. A little hot glue in here. And we'll just put just enough hot glue now to make our junction here. Okay, that went on there real nice. Now, like I said, I'm gonna mount him flat because he's gonna get brittle. You don't want to try to pick him up off of this board, and you know his tail's got a little arch in it here. We're not even gonna need to pin that tail. It's nice and flared, just real nice, just like it is. Our claws are set pretty good. I don't think we're going to have to pin those legs. I think they're going to just stay. I'm going to put him up on a shelf where he won't get bumped in here. And we'll let him set up now for probably, I can't remember, I hadn't done one of these in a while. I'm thinking it'll take him not but about a week to dry. Not really a lot to dry out here. He'll get nice and brittle. And when he gets good and dry, we'll come back and put a little paint on him and bring him back to life. I do want to make these feelers here look a little prettier. Let me see what I want to do with them. I think we might just do something like that. Sometimes when I'm doing these DVDs, I wish whoever's watching it, you know, you just want to, sometimes y'all want to say, what do you think? Okay, that looks pretty cool to me.
Dow and Tabitha Morris say, be safe. Don't wait until it's too late.
People just seem to forget about that there's problems standing in their yard. A high percentage of the trees that's being taken out now, especially white oaks and border oaks, they've hollowed out in the middle. In many cases, you cut them down, you're going to find that hollow in them.
What do it cost to get you to come over and just inspect the tree?
In our area, there's no cost to it.
Preventative maintenance.
Preventative maintenance, exactly.
Don't be sorry. Be safe with a free tree inspection from Easy Care Tree Service. When I'm in need of septic tank service or installation, I use only the pros. I know that I can depend on A1 Septic Tank Service. Attention! Due to the heavy amounts of rain, septic systems are becoming inundated. Ground levels continue to rise. If you have signs of septic tank overrun, call A1 today. If you need fast, reliable service, A1 Septic Tank Services will travel within a 100-mile radius. Listen, these folks know the business. They know what they're doing. They have the proper training and schooling. And if you're in need of a new septic system, give them a call. Or if you need repairs to a current system, give them a call. A1 is the one for trustworthy services. Anthony and Christy are hometown folks ready to serve you and treat you right. Give them a call today for more information. I use and I recommend A1 Septic Tank Services.
But anyway, that's the basics of mountain lobster. And we'll come back in a week or so when he's dry and we'll paint him up. Okay, our lobster is dry now. It's only been about a week. He got dry pretty quick. And that's the place we fixed, and this is the one we didn't. And like I say, I'm not even gonna do anything else for that because it's gonna be, you know, attached to a plaque. Well, that's not gonna show. But if for any reason, you know, somehow you were gonna show it, on both sides. It would just be a matter of sanding this down now, put a little more filler on it and sand it some more. And you could actually just go ahead and paint it, try to paint it. When I try to fix a blemish, I like to start off with kind of a neutral color, so I would use a white over this first to give me, because it's going to be kind of hard to paint an orange over this black, but I would kind of paint this white, and then I would try my best to match, you know, this orange, get this dark spot kind of orange. And then as you apply your paints, you kind of have a neutral color. That's just a good general rule in painting and taxidermy, is to try to get everything a neutral color before you start, because this would always look different if you just kept putting coats of paint over it. Now he's pretty sturdy, everything. I like the way he turned out, but I will go back with my hot glue gun. I didn't even think about this. Well, I could have done it before anyway, but I'm going to just put some more hot glue all right down to these legs here. And there again, just in case one day somebody's moving it, you know, a lot of times I see taxidermy work damaged when people are moving, getting a new house or something. But I'm just going to put some more hot glue there again. Everything, so much of what we've done has been to enforce places that normally don't. I mean, it's fine like it is, but to overly fix something to sturdy, it's just going to avoid one possibly coming back in for repairs. And I don't charge my customers if they bring me something back in that got broken. So anyway, it's just a good thing to make it as durable as I can to start with. Now, the first thing we've got to do, and we'll get up here if you can see this, a lobster's got just tiny little dots all over him. I mean, there's just thousands of them, literally, these little dots everywhere. And I'm taking this felt tip pen. You can't really do this with an airbrush. And I'm going to touch over every one of these dots. That's going to take a while, and I'm probably going to get burnt out before I get through. And there's no way I'm going to put, I mean, right through there is just a million of them, unless I can do it like this, maybe. But we pretty much got to, if we don't do this now, if I don't, even though a lot of this is probably going to be hidden as I go to put layers of paint over this lobster, some of this, I'm gonna lose some of this. If I don't go and do these dots now, I'll lose every one of them. And I'm gonna do them now before I start with my other coats of paint. And then hopefully they'll, you know, I can put the paint on light enough that these will still show through. And if not, I might have to come back and, you know, kind of do this again on some of it. But get your pictures, as we've always talked about in other mounts. You always want photographs. I've got about 20 photographs here on my computer that I've been studying these lobsters. And there's a generic way to paint everything, pretty much. All the fish that we do. You know, sometimes people bring in a picture, and that's nice. But the bottom line is, you know, there's just kind of a basic way to mount and paint things, and that's generally what I do. Something like on this lobster. You know, I want to make my taxidermy realistic, but I also just want it to look good. And I think I've mentioned to you, if you've ever seen other videos, like in raccoons and squirrels, a lot of animals, mallard ducks that have a brown eye, I use a solid black eye in them. And I can't really explain to you why it looks so much better, but a solid black eye just looks a whole lot better in an animal than a brown eye. So if I can do something not 100% realistic, make it look a little better, I do that. And I'm gonna do that with this lobster. I'm gonna put a lot of color in him, just because he'll look good, you know. But I think you get the gist of what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna just continue on, do this leg and do all this head, back area and the sides even. It goes down everywhere. But let me get through my black dots here, and we'll paint another color. We've about got him all dotted up now. Next color I'm going to use just brown. Now these are acrylic paints, so they're water-based paints. It's called Hydra Mist. Well, that one doesn't have the name written on it. I'll get a better bottle in a minute and show you the label. But it's just a water-based paint. I quit using lacquer-based paints. Terrible for you. It's hard to not breathe that stuff in. I did it for about 20-something years, and finally realized how much harm I was doing to myself. So I went to acrylic. These don't cover quite as well, but you know, they do pretty good. But you can order just any kind of, your two choices of paints in taxidermy is either a water base or lacquer base. That's only two. So you just want to get the acrylic. Easy to clean up and not harmful on your lungs. You still wear a little mask, but you don't have to wear the heavy fume mask. But anyway, just a plain old brown is the first color we're going to use, and the brown is just kind of a shading color. We just want to darken certain parts of the lobster. Pretty dark. Okay, the next color we use will be yellow. That was called Hydra-Mist. This is called Polytranspar. But see, it's still water acrylic. It doesn't really matter what brand it is. That Hydra-Mist and Polytranspar are just two different companies. But this is yellow that we're fixing to use, and
Folks, Alto wanted to share this with you. It says Test Drive an Alto. Now this was actually what this toilet was called. It was an Alto. Just like some of the other brand names you see.
Made by
Mansfield, Kilgore Norris. I'll show you that, get a little reflection off here. But look here, it says simplified instruction. That's the handle. Seats one comfortably. Lustrous gloss finish keeps beauty in heavy traffic. Multi-port fuel injection. In other words, when you got to go to pee, you know what I'm talking about. Better mileage, 1.6 gallons per flush with every fill up. Test drive an Alto. You said you saw that somewhere, and what was tell me the story about that again.
I used to buy a lot of plumbing stuff and working on the ice machine, stuff like that. So I went to a place in Pensacola to buy it, the plumbing place, and they had that hanging in the, the sales area there. And I asked them, I said, is that company still making that commode? They said, no, they've been out of business for a long time. I said, well, can I have that picture? She said, I said, my name's Alto. They said, sure. He said, we've been wanting to give it to somebody. So, yeah.
Well,
so they give it to me.
Well, Alto it may not be worth any money or anything, the meaning of it, but at least you're named after something, right?
Yeah.
An Alto. Alto toilet.
And that jet airplane over there now is...
Yeah, I showed that before.
He's breaking his sound barrier.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
When a jet aircraft breaks the sound barrier. That's actually what sees. It's almost like he's going through a wall or something. But boy, that's nice, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Test drive an Alto.
Yes, sir.
I guess that's funny.
Have you got water problems? Pump won't pump? Do you need answers and solutions, but you don't want the runaround and you want someone honest? Well, have no fear, folks. Do what I did. Call the man, Water Dan. Dan Dubose will take care of your problem.
Hello, folks. This is Water Dan. I work on submersible pumps, jet pumps, do repairs and upgrades, anything to do with an existing water well. I would appreciate it if you call.
Call the man, Water Dan. He'll take care of your water problems. 850-535-9308. 535-9308. Folks, you know why people from Washington, Jackson, Holmes, Bay County, you know why they call Water Dan? Because Dan Dubose knows what he's doing.
It's not always bad news. Sometimes it's just a pressure switch or a start capacitor. I'm here to help. Stay Right Pumps, stainless pumps. They'll warranty that pump for 5 years against corrosion, abrasion, or lightning. I stand behind that warranty as far as honoring the pump. 90% of the time, it's something above ground. I'll be glad to answer the questions over the telephone.
Y'all give him a call.
Who's got it?
Surplus and Salvage of Chipley.
Doors, windows, carpet, vinyl, tile, vinyl plank, laminate. Who's got it?
Surplus and Salvage of Chipley.
Tubs, showers, vanities, toilets,
paneling, plumbing, hardware, cabinets, countertops. Who's got it?
Surplus and salvage of Chipley.
Air conditioners. Hey, that's cool. Metal roofing. Save on over 16 colors. Roll-up doors. The most popular barn kit, 24 by 36. Big savings, only $21.99. The people's choice for over 45 years.
Surplus and salvage of Chipley.
Come see 'em. King's Discount Drugs in King's Outdoors in Chipley, Florida has been the leader in Northwest Florida for well over 45 years, offering fast, reliable, and friendly service. All of the knowledgeable folks at King's can assist you with your needs. From pharmaceutical, great gift ideas, and outdoor equipment, King's remains the top choice in our area. Did you know that King's Outdoors offers one of the largest selections of soft baits you're going to find in this area, from crankbaits, fresh and saltwater fishing supplies, and the popular Bitsy Minnow, to all of the name brand rods and reels, including Red Holland poles. It's all at King's in Chipley, Florida. Look for the red canopy and tell them Ron sent you. We really would appreciate it.
Right there, the base of this tail, kind of the center of his tail there, you just want that to be a pretty bright yellow. Then we've got a little yellow showing kind of down the side right there a little bit. So you just kind of work it in right there between that brown and the bottom part here is going to be a little different color. Just in between that. We need to feed down into that orange, just to tell you about like that. Okay. Just a little bit on that back part. Okay.